I'm making stuff, and I guess I just wanted to pop on here and sort of make a confessional. I haven't decided if I want to put this in the VL or just in the confessional thread yet, but I just had some more thoughts because literally after I made another confessional that I'm just putting in the confessional form. I think I might put this one in the confessional form. I don't know, I'll decide later. And it was before I kind of had some chats, so things have shifted a little bit because I think I had David a little bit higher in trust, and I still kind of trust David, and I want to work. Like yesterday, I had a goal for myself yesterday because I had like a busy day and I was going to play games with some friends, and I wanted to initiate game talk with at least 1 to 2 people. Well, I did that kind of. I initiated game talk with David, and it was very awkward, and I hate that. I hate it. I feel like it's always the most awkward thing starting that for the first time. I'm cooking, by the way, sorry. I'm making brown butter. Alright, okay. I feel like it's the most awkward thing starting game talk for the first time, and yeah, and so I hate doing it normally, but what am I doing? What am I saying? Yeah, but I did it. And then Riley I was going to start game talk with, and then she started it with me. Oh wait, no. Did I start it with her? I don't know. I don't remember. I think it might have been we both started it. Kind of. I can't remember if it was me or her, but whatever. I talked game talk with 2 people yesterday. Well, I kind of talked to Nick again too, but I had already talked with like a night one with Nick, and I'm trying to get a feel of like where people like and like what are their visions for like how they get through the tribe, and it's a lot of information, so I guess I'm going to break it down. Nick and I's conversation was a lot about, he likes me, of course, that's what they always say, and he wants to work with me, and he likes David and Jules. And Jules has been not around much today, or yesterday, she's probably busy, so we'll see. I wanted to talk, because I want to feel her out on how she feels on David and Nick, because of something. So then I talked to David, and I was trying to get a vibe on a read on how he feels about the rest of the tribe. And he says that he likes, what does he say? He says he likes Austin, Riley, and Nick. And so, you know, that's good. That's good for Nick. I like Riley. At that point, I hadn't talked to Riley yet, so I wasn't feeling great yet because I hadn't had game talks. I didn't know where her head was at. Now I feel a little bit better on Riley, but I always kind of liked Riley. And then Austin I think is nice. I think Austin was the one that had the night 1 game chat with me. I think that, no, never mind. That was Nick. I was gonna say there's one that had a night 1 game chat with me that said he wants to protect women, and it was like, and I remember thinking, oh, I thought it was a woman because of the profile picture, which I think was Nick, because it's like a painting profile picture. I can't really see it. I have bad eyes. But yeah, I thought it was a woman, but it was actually a man. And I was like, okay, you want to protect women? All right, cool. I mean, I'm a woman. That benefits me, so sure, let's do it. Which then it's weird that he wants to pull David into our little like core alliance. David is, last I see, David doesn't seem like a woman, but I don't know. David seems to want to protect Riley. I don't know. No one really cares about Jules aside from Nick and Azure. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Never mind. I'm gonna stay on track before I get too much in there. So anyways, David was talking about how he likes Riley, Nick, and Austin. And he didn't mention anything about it. So I was like, at that point I was like, you know what, hey, because the thing is, we're at the reward challenge, or we're not really at tribal or anything, so I'm not really a big believer that you have to talk like alliance chat early, because oftentimes, and plus I don't want to be the one that creates a line chat. I get worried if I don't get added to one, but I don't want to be the one that first creates it, because I feel like you don't know if maybe you created it too fast and it's gonna get leaked. So he didn't mention anything about an alliance chat. He just said that he liked those people, and I said I liked them too, and I liked Azure. I thought Azure had sweet energy. Had I known what I know now, I probably would have said I think Austin is chill, to try to get that in. But unfortunately, I had that conversation with Riley. I had my conversation with Riley after David. So after I got them talking to David, Riley messages, well, I think we had already been messaging, and one of us initiated game talk. I think it might have been me, and then she starts typing up a paragraph and saying that Austin approached her, or she was I think it was Austin. Yeah, it was Austin that approached her, and that him and David had been talking, and how they want me and Riley in an alliance. Like, they were talking about alliance, and she got freaked out by that because, well, no, she said she liked it. She said she likes those people, but she just was thinking, we were kind of like joking about how it was too fast, and I just kind of like, yeah, it's a little bit fast. But really, I don't really care. Honestly, I don't care what other people are talking about alliance as long as they're including me. That's the only thing that matters. I just personally don't like bringing it up myself this early. I like bringing it up until tribal starts, but it's a good thing that I'm hearing about this. But yeah, that made me trust Riley a little bit more and kind of made me a little wary of David. And it's not really anything bad because it seems they want to include me, but it also seems like I'm number 4, and that I'm not really cool with. Like, I don't know how, I haven't decided. This early in the game, you don't need to be the top dog at all, so 4 is fine. If we go to tribal, like, several more times, 4 may not be fine, but that's like a big long-term thing, but you also want to set yourself up long-term. So it's good for now, so, and especially to like establish that group. But the thing is, my concern is that Austin and David haven't talked to me about this at all. Like, David laid the groundwork. I don't think Austin has laid the groundwork at all with me, and so maybe I should be more wary of Austin. And I don't know, it's not even wary, because it's not even that I want to vote them out at all. I just kind of think that they don't prioritize me, or maybe they kind of just see me as the, oh, light, happy, social girl, which is fine. They can underestimate me right now. But I kind of have a feeling they maybe just either see me as like a shield, or just someone that's like light and happy and just gonna go along with everything. And the second one is perfectly fine. The first one is not ideal. It kind of raises my threat level a little bit. I guess I gotta figure out how to manage that. I'm gonna wait for this to cool. Okay. Wait for this to cool. Alright. Alright. Let's turn on, preheat my oven. Yeah, but I'm just gonna sit over here by my little box of thing. But yeah, so where was I? Yeah, so I trust Riley a little bit more in that group. So if that alliance were to get formed up, with Riley, David, and Austin, I would probably trust Riley the most out of that alliance. And I still trust David and Austin because, again, they're including me. They seemingly are including me in that group. It just, they don't value me as, like, forward. I kind of think Austin and David are closer with each other, or they might think they're closer with Riley, and then Riley thinks she's closer with me. Either that, or Riley does think she's closer with them, and she's smart, and she's smart enough to know that she needs to keep me on the leash. And you know what? I'll stay on the leash for the pre-merge, okay? But yeah, I like Riley, so that really, we also had a good talk about playing with emotions. She talked about how she is an emotional player, and how she plays with her heart. And I am definitely like that, especially when it comes to, like, playing, like, sometimes I get paranoid, and that blinds my strategy at all. So, we kind of bonded over that, and I know that she could be using that as a weapon. I don't think she would. She doesn't give me that vibe of someone that would use her emotions as a weapon. I have a little better read on her now. But yeah, I don't know, she kind of just reminds me of myself a little bit. I don't know. But again, the ally that she reminded me of also reminded me of myself, so I still want to be careful, and especially if she's a very emotional player, keeping her on side and not stressing her out is sort of key, because that's also a thing. Azure is real my allies are just real like stressed about making alliances, and Azure wants to make an alliance with me and Jules. Well, actually, he already did that. I'm assuming, I don't know if I don't know if they made if they would probably make other, they seem like the type that might make other trio alliances with other people. But for right now, I kind of trust Azure at the moment. So, I did, however, tell Nick about that. I told Nick about it because we were in the conversation and talking about our little core four of that he proposed, and I was like, yeah, sure, of Jules, David, and me and him. And I was like, well, the trio has me, Jules, and Azure, and so I figured we were talking about who to pull in as a fifth, and so one, I could tell him this and hope it bonds us together. Two, it has two of us that are in the core four in it, so one, maybe Nick will trust me more of Jules, and two, like if she doesn't tell, I don't know if she'll tell or not. I don't know how close they are. I don't know. No one else seems to really like feel like they're close to Jules aside from Nick and Azure. So, like, no one has mentioned liking Jules and all that, or they think she's. I don't know. They haven't really. Her name hasn't really come up, especially not yesterday because I think she wasn't around yesterday. So, we'll see. I guess. But yeah, maybe I wasn't involved in the conversation because I was playing with friends, but I don't regret that because honestly, I was on my drive home, I was on my drive home from my playing with my friends that evening, and I had never felt better because I knew I was in a game, and in that moment, I was like, because my friends really enjoyed, it was their first time playing this game. It's called Alice is Missing, and they really enjoyed it, and they talked about wanting to play it again, and I'm like, I was really happy, and then it made me realize these are friends that like I'm probably gonna see in my IRL everyday life, and as much as I like Survivor and like playing, I need to just keep grounded and keep like thinking that this is an online game, and I want to make some friends, and there are kids that could make some friends that follow me, but all of them probably not, and I think just to remember keeping reminder that this is a game and that everyone is playing a game, so if they're playing it like a game, so to not get too like, I don't know what the word is, I'm losing words, but yeah, I have to go to like my crew meet soon, so I have a crew meeting for I'm helping out. It's like a tech Sunday. I'm helping out backstage of a show, so I was making cookies because I forgot to make cookies last night. I got too busy texting people. Yeah, so then I love separating game from Survivor, and I proceeded to not separate game from Survivor last night. That's okay. But yeah, I try to think of those things. Yeah, do I have anything else to say? I don't think so. I think that's kind of everything. Oh, Miguel told me a little bit. He kind of told me about where he was searching yesterday for the idol hunt, and I searched the same place to make sure he told me the right thing, and he did. He told me that he found a letter, and so I have one letter, and I've searched two other places. Well, I think I searched places this morning. The host need to get back to me at the point of making this video, and yeah, we're gonna see. I probably won't find anything because I am so unlucky, but yeah. I assume, though, I'm not taking that as, like, a big sign of trust. I don't think Miguel and I have really hashed out any, like, alliance details or anything. And no one's really talking about Miguel. So, I don't know. I guess we'll see. Well, yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna say for right now. But until next time, bye!